Hello, I'm Boy Scooby, you're not. This is Robot Arena 2 again, let's play. In the last part I just sort of did a quick demonstration of the rookies team and showed you the pretty crap robots on there. But this time I'm going to actually make a new team and show you the design robot tool and all that. And I haven't even thought in my head what the robot's going to look like yet. So that should be fun. I'm improving as we go along. But yeah, first of all you pick your team name and motto. Motto is optional, but well, it sort I don't know. It serves no purpose whatsoever, to be honest. Is there a space there? No, isn't? Oh no, maybe not. And then you sort of pick your logo. I'm gonna pick Devil Scooby, my new logo. Woo! And then if we open up, you can see I've got absolutely no robots whatsoever, and you have options. You can import bots, and those are some of the ones you've got available. You can get others. I've got another copy of this heavily modded with replicas of Robot Wars and stuff. And you know, if I wanted to, or if people wanted to, I could start incorporating some of those replicas in, but that would be a lot more complicated. But at the moment, this is just a basic, clean version of Robot Arena 2. Let's start a brand new robot, and wow. Start off with the chassis, funnily enough. So yeah, you get this sort of a design, and you can draw on it and stuff. It's quite a convenient little tool, and you can modify them. And it's very hard to build a lightweight robot. And normally, I think that's actually the top. So I've sort of made the robot backwards at the moment, but I can work that out after a bit. So if that's like the main structure like that, say for example, I can then raise the height, raise and lower the height, but you can also modify the slantiness, if that's the word, of the robots, like that, like so. Yeah, that just looks very stupid, so I'll move that back. It's just sort of, this is what I mean by it's much more varied than the Robot Wars games, because Robot Wars games, it's like, here's the chassis, here's the weaponry, stick them where you can and all that. Whereas this is sort of like, as long as there is space, you can put something there. I don't know quite what I'm going to do with this robot yet. I'm thinking some sort of circular saw, but now we've got the components section. We've got power, and robot control board is always important, because that's sort of that you're seeing. It's just created the wiring tool, so basically that's how you control everything. You also need power. Powered steering unit, sort of like an easy sort of sort of an automatic driving type thing, making it easier for you. So if I delete that and put that in, first robot is going to be rubbish probably. So I think I've done that the wrong way around, because I am a moron like that. I don't really follow arrows very well, so do forgive my complete idiocy. Yeah, I don't really make many robots. I always use replicas and stuff. So now I need wheels, because that's how robots are driven. Rubber wheel, rubber wheel. Okay, so that's the driving. Now for some weaponry, I think. And for the weapon, I will have a circular saw. So to start with that, I need a faceplate anchor, like that. I'm going to have it sticking out the front, because I'm nice like that. And then an extender to sort of extend it outwards. Don't really plan ahead with these things, I'm quite terrible like that. And you need a motor. Probably oversized actually, so if I delete the extender, just stick the motor on straight, then nothing will happen. Woo. The other strange thing about this game though is, well, not strange, well, it is a bit weird, that you can actually like elevate the components so that they're just floating around in the ether, to be honest, like that. So basically just using shift to move it around and turn it, and controls that elevate it. Not that you guys really care. And I will probably put a poll up on the Facebook page, quickly to the left, to see if you want to see me making the robots or just show you the finished designs after this one, because it can take quite a while to sort of adjust them. And yeah, you see now that doesn't fit. If it's red, it won't go anywhere. So I'll do it the way I started off doing it. It may look a bit stupid, but that's my motto of life. That's why nobody likes me. Because I look stupid. Okay, extenders. Get back to. I always use that sort of extender because I don't know, it just in my head it looks more stable. So yeah. And now I go for got a tube blade. Now you can either go for a straight sort of weapon like that. You also have sort of extenders, like where you can add your own weaponry, but for now I think that's alright enough. And obviously also need the control board now, and power. Yeah, fitting things in to place is always a difficult. Oh, fits there and there. So that's sort of your power. If you have no power, you won't drive anywhere, and you'll get your immobility warning. So now I'll go for the wiring, and you've got three types of wiring. You've got a switch, a button, and an analog. Analog you need for driving. So forward and backwards. You go for the positive axis of WS. I use WSAD. Kill me if you want. I know a lot of people are very pro arrow keys, and I do on Robot Wars, but I sort of playing this game I've got used to it because that's what the standard rookies bots are, so I've sort of just stuck to it. And as it's a powered steering unit, it's actually a lot easier to sort of just do forward and backwards and left and right. But if you do individual motors, it is a lot. No, that's wrong. It is a lot more difficult to sort of get the right ways. Yeah, because you have to turn the motors individually, so you have to make sure they drive forward in a straight line or whatever. Otherwise, you'll be going round and round and round. A bit like Thunderbird, Thunderstorm. Just most robots from early series when they lose the wheel. A bit like Walrus was in the first part. Okay, so that is. Oh no, I actually need to attach that. So positive axis is left, negative axis is right. I hope I've done that right. Yep. Oh, I can zoom in and out. Wee. Okay. And now I just need power to the source. So I'll put it on a switch. Basically, a switch turns it on or off. A button, you press it to fire it. So if I held down the button, then it would like spin, but with the switch it'll just turn on. So on off clockwise. You've got on off clockwise and on off counterclockwise, but that's what it does. Probably not very well, but yeah. For a first robot, that's completely crap. Wahey. And I need to go back to the chassis. Oh, the wheel's poking out, so what? And I'll put some armor on it. I'm not even sure what its glass has at the moment, but I'll go for some aluminium because it looks cool. And then you've got your paint shop, which is a lot more extensive than Robot Wars. Yeah, you still have your stupid colouring filling, but you've also got edge lines to make your robot look a bit sort of more robot-y like that. You can also import your own textures. I may do that at some point, depending on how well I do and how far I progress. You can also get decals like that. You can modify the size of it. So I'll do that. I'll just put a nice decal there, and I'm not really sure what else to say. The surface layers, so that can sort of make it look crud. That's nice. You can make it look more dirty or scruffy, like if you do that, and the more you click it, the scruffier it gets. So that's alright, I think. Hopefully I won't spend too much time on the upside down, because this robot will not be able to run upside down, and I can't be bothered. I don't think I could fit a streamer in, to be honest. So then I just test the robot. Oh yeah, right, so if I go for overview and change the heading to be forward, I told you I did it upside down. Test the robot out. And that is very weird. That is like car type. So, wow, this is bizarre. Okay, this is floating. Okay, I don't like this. So now you people will get to see the normal car drives, or not a normal car, but a normal robot drives. Like, that is awful. So go back to components. You have to delete everything one by one on this, because if I try to delete that straight away, it'll say you must delete the components attached to this first. No, you stupid twat of a game. Okay. So what I'll go back to just being normal. I say normal, but basically normal ropes. In fact, I could make this invertible if I do it like in the middle, like that, sort of in the middle, sort of height-wise. That is. I always get OCD about keeping them even height. Though. That's too high, way too high, too low. I'm starting to sound like a 5-year-old doing a high five, but if I do that, and then find some pretty big wheels, like maybe that. If I move that, oh, that's a completely different wheel. And that, it may look stupid, but so does your face. Attach them, see what happens. I mean, they are a bit uneven, but who cares? This is just a test. Let's have a look at how stupid it looks. Woo! Okay, so now we have to wire. So now basically we have to wire everything individually. So to do this, we have to do that opposite. So you have to make the wheels do the opposite in order to go forward and backwards. Whereas left and right, you just make everything do the same, so that the wheels are turning in the same direction at the same time. So now my robot actually drives normal, like a robot is supposed to. Okay, I'll see, and then you can use like crates or blocks or barrels or cones or ramps. I'll try and tip it over and see what it's like upside down, or I could just get stuck instead. Okay, so that's good to know. My robot gets stuck easily. Yay! Yeah, that was not good. Try again. Oh, completely miss. Yeah. I may need to do some sort of modifications to this. I may just make it upside down. I don't know. The best way to just sort of see if it flips, if it works upside down, is basically just to get flipped over in a match. But yeah. Well, this is the robot construction. I saw I had this robot. It's wonky, isn't it? It's tipping over to the left. No, the right. Apparently, I don't know my directions. I'm Joey Tribbiani. We. So I can go up ramps. It's much easier to control now. But other than that, yeah, quite difficult to perfect a robot and make it useful. People spend a lot of time making them, but you know, this is a quick showdown of my first robot. You see, I've played this for how many years, and I'm still terrible at making robots. A lot of the time I'll use flippers, but in the base game, a lot of the arenas, flippers are no use unless you can immobilize robots. So, like, robots like Raptor, which we saw in the last part, that have axes and can self-right, I'm not going to be able to beat them, whereas Steel Dog, the scoop one, that could be easily flipped over and just left. But yeah, that's what should we call this thing? Gearhead, Gearheath apparently. Gearhead because there's a gear there, even though I put it there. So yeah, and then you can make a sort of a fearsome snapshot of it, and it appears there, and then and that's about it. To be honest, it's not going to get any better or any worse. That's it for now. I'll go back to the Team HQ, and in the next part, I will try out a run of this. Woohoo. Oh crap, wrong button.